Meanwhile, a Buffalo teen charged with manslaughter in connection with a crash that killed 4 teens will continue to see his case play out in adult court. The defense pushed for the case to be moved to family court. Channel 2's Heather Lee was in court today and has more on the judge's decision.
Good afternoon. As we entered the courtroom earlier this morning, a woman who was with Julian Armstead said, quote, "This is a very important moment in your life," when coaching him what to do, what not to do, what to say, and what not to say before the judge. And what we still don't know this afternoon is whether or not Armstead will be sentenced as an adult or potentially granted youthful offender status, which would reduce a possible sentence in the future. This morning in the courtroom, there was a lot of focus on Chandrea Edrington. That was the teen hurt in this crash. When making a case for why this case should remain in adult court, the prosecution really talked a lot about the severity of her injuries and argued that, number one, she did not know the vehicle was stolen and therefore was not a participant in the crime that was committed. Earlier today, we learned that she fractured her back and had a long open wound to both her head and face. The prosecution calling it a significant physical injury and disfigurement, reason to keep this case in the higher court. Armstead's attorney, on the other hand, argued quite the opposite. He said at one point, just because someone says, quote, "no one in the car told me it was stolen," that doesn't necessarily make it a defense. In the end, though, the judge agreeing with prosecutors, Armstead remains free in the custody of his grandmother. Before we exited the courtroom, the judge once again went over the terms of his release and said if he violates any part of that agreement, she could potentially rethink bail. Armstead is due back in court here coming up on February 1st. In downtown Buffalo, for Most Buffalo, I'm Heather Lee, Channel 2 News.